Lachlan Murdoch, the chief executive of the Fox Corporation, is expected to be deposed in the Dominion voting system's humongous $1.6 billion lawsuit against the organization for their lies, for their defamatory statements against Dominion voting system. So take a look at this from the New York Times. Lachlan Murdoch, the chief executive of the Fox Corporation, is expected to be deposed on Monday as part of a $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox News for amplifying bogus claims that rigged machines from Dominion voting systems were responsible for Donald J. Trump's defeat in 2020. Mr. Murdoch will be the most senior corporate figure within the Fox media empire to face questions under oath in the case so far, and his appearance before Dominion's lawyers is a sign of how unexpectedly far and fast the lawsuit has progressed in recent weeks and how contentious it has become. So this is the big part of this, why it's so incredible that he's being deposed, is to get the top dog, the Murdoch, to have to be deposed means this lawsuit's actually going pretty far forward and has a better chance of holding Fox News accountable for all the lies they told than I think I would have even expected. Because for so long, media empires like this built their entire, specifically Fox News, wealthy apparatus based on lying to a bunch of people, stoking fear among a bunch of people, and they were never held accountable. And now they went so far that even the laws we have on the books are contradicting with what they did. So a little bit further here, Fox and Dominion have gone back and forth in Delaware state court since the summer in an escalating dispute over witnesses, evidence, and testimony. The arguments point to the high stakes of the case, which will render a judgment on whether the most powerful conservative media outlet in the country intentionally misled its audience and helped seed one of the most pervasive lies in American politics. Although the law leans in the media's favor in defamation cases, as I was saying, Dominion has what independent observers have said is an unusually strong case. Day after day, Fox hosts and guests repeated untrue stories about Dominion's ties to communist regimes and far-fetched theories about how its software enabled enemies of the former president to steal his votes. So one of the things we saw when we went over the interview that Anderson Cooper did with the CEO of Dominion is he made clear, Anderson, I reached out time and time again telling them how and why their claims were wrong and that they were being defamatory to my organization, and they kept going with it. And part of the reason they kept going with it is because, if you remember, during that time in 2020, and then crossing over into 2021, any Fox host that even slightly would even say that, hey guys, Biden's going to be inaugurated, not even saying the election was legitimate, just saying Biden's going to be the next president, would get torn apart. And networks like Newsmax and OAN started rising to prominence because people were saying Fox News was too moderate. Can you imagine? And and so they had the incentive to lie so that their audience didn't turn on them. And in exchange for that, were absolutely going after, in a dishonest manner and hopefully possibly defamatory manner, Dominion voting systems, who hadn't done anything wrong and just randomly, because their name sounded interesting, Dominion, got picked out to be the next conspiracy target. So hopefully Fox News will indeed be held accountable, and this testimony, or deposition I should say, by Murdoch is a good indication that that will be happening. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get access to an extra full show every Saturday that only members can see, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there is a link in the description.